And hi everybody, and welcome back to Master Thief. Hello.
Hello?
It wasn't my fault.
It wasn't my fault.
What wasn't your fault? That you were walking around the ship, that you let them catch you, that you endangered the whole plan, that you endangered me.
Accidentally arrest.
I didn't kill anyone. They arrested me purely by coincidence. They'll have to turn me loose in Cairo. I mean, someone was killed, weren't they? I heard a shot. Why won't you answer?
I'm having a conversation that you cannot hear.
Who shot who just did?
What happened last night?
The Baroness was murdered.
Did you?
No. If it were up to me, she'd have had an accident in a couple of weeks. Instead, someone shot the old bat in the heart, point blank.
Are we calling it off?
No. Mr. X is ready, and as her surviving representative, I should be able to move about freely in the museum. The old hag's death doesn't change anything.
How did he escape?
How did you get in here?
I'm more than capable of finding the entrance to a cargo hold. Indeed, it was child's play. It's not as though I had to crawl through ventilation shafts or anything so gauche.
What are we gonna do now?
So, what do we do now? I could escape, and...
Swim to Cairo.
So, I stay here and wait?
They'll arrest you in Cairo and question you about the murder. Even if they don't throw you in jail, it'll take days.
And if we find the murderer, then they have no reason to hold me.
Oh, I'm one step ahead of you.
Oh, and here comes...
Nervous? I would be if I were you. This Zellner chap wasn't part of the plan. I don't like it.
He's groping about in the dark. Legrand is the real problem.
Still, I'm going to take him out of the picture.
How?
Dr. Gebhardt killed the Baroness. A clever old man, but not clever enough to keep me from finding out.
So you just have to tip Legrand off, and then I'm as good as free.
That's what I thought at first, but then I thought, why waste the opportunity? I put Zellner on the trail of the good doctor. He'll drive Gebhardt into a corner, and when he lashes out in desperation, we might hit our Swiss friend. Maybe even Legrand, if we're really lucky.
You can't do that. The old fella's just doing his job.
And so am I.
Inch. Enough blood has been shed. Inch. No more deaths. Damn! I have to get out of here and warn Constable Zellner. Lock looks pretty modern. Needs a small key, 5 pins. I could pick it with the right tools. I didn't sleep a wink last night. All I could think of was Alex. It's terrible not knowing what happened. They're really spoiling me with this cup of metallic-tasting water. If I'm really lucky, they'll toss me a few crumbs of bread. Someone should move that board before the nail gets stepped on. The blanket got caught on the nail. A board and a nail. guards like this, but it wouldn't help. I can't explain the situation to the Bobby without endangering the whole plan. I doubt that would work. Yep, the nail is much too thick to fit in the keyhole. It's a normal lock. I bet I could pick it if I had a wire or something like that.
Don't tell me I'm going through the whole wire thing again.
Hinges are showing their age, but
Please
there's still much
don't
too
tell me I'm
strong for
going
me
to
to
do
kick
that
the door open.
again.
If I were able to hammer the nail flat, it'd probably fit in the keyhole. But I need a hammer and anvil for that. The cup won't do. I think it's working. Ha, one down. I'll hang it back on the frame, and if I'm lucky, no one will notice my escape.
Oh, so that's how you escaped. Before I went to London to become Inch's protege, Alex and I drove through the French Riviera in this convertible. It was a wonderful week, and on the cliffs near Toulon, I asked her to marry me. But this is no time for reminiscing. A ring set into the floor. You could attach ropes or chains to it. It's set into the floor to keep people from tripping over it. A ring. You could attach rope. It's set. The crane is for moving cargo from A to B within the ship. The big cranes in the harbor can't reach the corners of the cargo hold. The crane is for moving cargo from... What's that up there? A grate. Sunlight's shining through it. And above it, a bent pipe. Right, so I know what to go. Technically, game.
There's nothing in the car that... As soon as Constable Zellner and Inspector Legrand are out of danger, I'll slip back into the cell. They'll arrest the good doctor, and hopefully they'll turn a blind eye to a poor stowaway. destroyer still poses a great threat to ships. There are fire alarms, extinguishers, and hoses everywhere nowadays. These hoses are pretty versatile. They'll do at a pinch if you can't smuggle climbing ropes into the building you're planning to rob.
I'm trying to click the stats, but some stupid reason this. Alright, never mind. I'll try and use.
The crane is for moving cargo.
Alright.
No, that won't work. The hose is too wide.
There we go.
No, that won't work. The hose. I can't reach the hook. No, that won't. These hoses are pretty versatile. They'll do at a pinch if you can't smuggle climbing ropes in it. Huh. A ring set it. You could attach ropes or chains to it. It's set into the floor. I can't reach the. No, that won't.
Aha.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
No. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
I can do this all day. No, that won't. A good height for attaching something to the hook. A good height. No, that doesn't make any sense. Huh. You could attach. It's set in a good. A relatively a good height for it.
Wait, do I have to search the car? Oh, so that's what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? I'm confused now. I'm supposed to thingy get out. Check the grid.
You could attach. It's set. This? Whoa, heavy. Everything's a bit bigger and heavier on a ship, pulleys included. Huh. And now? There's no room for the hose if the pulley is on the hook. I can't reach the hook. This could be my way out. The bars are welded at 4 points, and unfortunately they're not all as rusty as this one. I could... There's no room for the... I don't think that was the solution to the puzzle.
Aha!
I attached the pulley to the ring. You could hang a car from it if the ship were upside down.
There we go. Now, use the controller.
Here goes nothing.
Bingo!
Louder than I expected. I hope no one noticed. With luck, I'll be able to warn the others about the doctor before it's too late. No! Hey, you all right? That bastard didn't inject the fatal dose. You'll be back on your feet soon enough.
What?
Better take it easy while I... Oh, no! I'll be right back. I could see Legrand in the saloon. I don't think Gebhardt would have gone there. Where are you?
No! Why? Can't you just leave me alone?
Oh, that was close.
Stay there.
Just relax.
Why can't you just leave me alone? It is always the same old story.
Old story.
What old stories?
I am a decent man. Why are you torturing me? I loved her. She betrayed me. It was her fault. I have blood on my hands because of her.
Are you talking about the Baroness?
She was her sister. I loved her. With all my heart. They were Jewish, you know? But I didn't care about that. I hid them when it became dangerous for them. I looked after them. I brought them food. I was a party member. And still, I hid her and her whole family.
You risked your life for a woman you loved. And 30 years later, you murder her sister?
I saw her swollen belly. I was so angry. He was one of them, you know? He just used me. I hid them, brought them food, and in return they laughed about me behind my back.
What did you do?
There are Jews hiding in the basement of the Waldhof. Armed Jews. We have to burn them out. And that's what they did.
Murder. Climb down from the balcony.
Come down from there.
Why? So you can kill me?
I'm not gonna kill anyone.
Or pack me off to an Egyptian prison? Or an Israeli prison? No.
Murder of the family.
What do you expect? You had an entire family put to death.
I am a gentleman. And I expect that others, that they don't.
She didn't love you and was expecting a child by another man. And that's why you betrayed her.
It was her fault. She shouldn't have cheated on me. I saved her. I risked my life for her every day for 4 months.
And then you threw it all away and became a
No.
murderer.
I am not. I am.
The murderer.
Yeah, well, the dead Baroness in the ship's hold proves the opposite.
I had never met her. Back in East Prussia, she was the older sister, the smart sister. She studied art history in New York. Tried to get her family out of East Prussia, but I was able to prevent that.
You say you loved her, and yet you wanted to deny her and her family a safe life.
They were safe. I protected them. It was for their sake that I joined the party. I had contacts. I wrapped them in my protective embrace.
You didn't let her escape because you wanted to keep her close to you.
She sent photos to her sister before the war. She must have recognized me yesterday in Venice. I certainly recognized her.
The Baroness was searching through her photos. That's true.
She couldn't get me during the war. And after the war, I disappeared. Gave myself a new name, a new resume,
a new life, and then, suddenly, there she was. About to ruin everything.
So,
She
she
had
had
to
to
die.
die.
I didn't want that. But she gave me no choice. Why did she have to stir up old ghosts?
All right now.
No, it ends here and now.
Why do you want to kill yourself?
Isn't it obvious?
James.
He can't bear his false, hollow life anymore.
Who are you? What do you want?
A man who understands etiquette and honor, and yet is nothing but a coward himself, who, because of wounded vanity, burdens himself with immense guilt.
Don't come any closer.
The Baroness held a mirror up to you, didn't she, Doctor? And you hated what you saw there, so you smashed the mirror. But the sins of the past are catching up with you now, aren't they?
No.
A skull with empty eyes full of fear.
Stop it.
Oh, dear, you really know how to dampen the mood. I almost had him. And you? Aren't you supposed to follow orders? Are you not here to assist me?
I won't.
That wasn't a question.
No dead people.
I don't want any dead bodies.
The same old story. You want success, but you don't want to get your hands dirty.
Isn't the Raven famous for that?
I do what's necessary.
No.
No. What is it then? You wanted to jump anyway, or you should at least.
Ish.
I'm just lending a friendly hand. He's a coward. He needs a bit of motivation. Come on now, chop, jump.
You are the Baroness's butler, aren't you?
Yes.
I did not want to kill your mistress.
Oh, nonsense. Forgiven and forgotten, if you don't mind my asking.
There must be another solution.
Why are you doing this?
Nothing personal. Well, that's not entirely true. You're a miserable excuse for a human being, aren't you? But mainly, you're a means to an end. Your death will get Inspector Legrand off our backs.
The inspector? What do I have to do with him?
Your letter. The one in which you confess to being the Raven and to killing the Baroness because she saw through your ruse.
That's absurd.
Indeed it is. But people will believe almost anything if it suits them. The press will love it. Bold Inspector Legrand saves the day again. Interviews, medals, urgent telegrams from the capital. Our dear friend won't be able to escape the limelight. And by the time the commotion has ended, I'll be long gone.
Let him live.
You can't kill him.
Why not? He's a bastard, his death will help us, and he's a witness. If we let him go, we'll both go to jail.
All the same, we're not going to kill him. You got us into this situation. And as long as I'm alive, I won't let anyone be killed in my presence.
No.
You can't kill both of them.
You can't kill both of us.
Oh, I think you'll find I can.
You can't kill me. You still need me. I have to do the dirty work for you in the museum, so you won't be shooting me or him.
Very well. You win.
What?
Never speak to me like that again. Do you understand? I need you to steal the eye, but one day I could be overwhelmed by a feeling of hatred that will make me forget the eye. And there are worse things I could do than simply shoot you. I suggest you go back to your cell. You need to be fit for Cairo. I still have a confession to write.
So technically the doctor didn't jump off the ship. The butler pushed him off.
The last act. The end of the Raven. Part of me wants to abandon the whole plan and go back to Europe. What if something goes wrong and Legrand catches on?
I couldn't bear it if something happened to her. I can't afford to slip up.
Oh, and here comes the butler, known as James.
Mr. Jamal, I'm glad you could make it.
Let's get this over with.
Still angry on account of the good doctor?
You disgust me.
You'll be rid of me in less than 2 hours, and I of you.
The doctor's murder.
Will there be more deaths here in the museum?
If you follow my instructions, no.
If people are in danger, I'll call the whole thing off.
I don't kill for fun, only when it's necessary.
Is it ever really necessary?
Sometimes revenge, for example, when one has been betrayed.
Mr. X.
Have you already met your Mr. X?
He's counting an envelope of unmarked bills as we speak. He put the blueprints under the statue of Imhotep.
Blueprints?
A sketch of the museum, not the kind you can get just anywhere. This one shows secret entrances, basements, and attic rooms that the resistance used during the war.
That's what it was about.
Get the blueprints. There's a basement below the treasure chamber. The entrance should be marked on the blueprints. Open it and give me a sign.
The burglar.
And what about Legrand?
My diversion worked wonderfully. The press has laid siege to the French embassy, and Legrand won't be able to escape them. He should arrive in a few minutes with the safe, and then he'll have to answer ridiculous questions from reporters all afternoon.
That's why we're striking now.
A regrettable necessity. I would have preferred to make my grand entrance this evening at the gala. But yes, we will strike as soon as the safe is in the treasure chamber and Legrand has left.
The basement.
What's the next step after the basement?
You'll find out when it's time.
But... all right then. I'll pay a visit to Imhotep and we'll meet in the basement.
Good monkey. Oh, and by the way, the museum is closed to visitors until tomorrow.
Then
How am I?
You'll find a way.
Right. Alright, I'll leave this episode here. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one. We are getting so close to the end of the game. And I'm really enjoying this story so far. The tongue twisting of the act. Will any more people get hurt? You will find out in the next episode. Thanks for watching. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.